Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
Before I start the video, I have a couple of questions for you. What is life? Why are we here? And what will happen to us after we die? These are questions I often ask myself, and I'm yet to find answers to. But the answers to these questions depend heavily on our religion, our background, and our culture. But that's not always the case. The things we go through and experience in life can drastically change that. According to the three divine religions, life is a test, and its purpose is to be good humans, obey God's laws, and go to heaven. But is this the true meaning of life? Ancient philosophers from different cultures and traditions had various ideas and beliefs about the nature of life and its meaning. Aristotle believed that the purpose of life was to achieve eudaimonia, which is often translated as happiness or flourishing. He saw eudaimonia as the ultimate goal of a human existence and believed that it could be achieved by living a virtuous life and cultivating one's own unique potential. Plato believed that the physical world was a mere shadow or imitation of the true reality, which he called the world of forms. He saw human life as a journey towards the realization of this true reality and believed that the ultimate goal was to achieve knowledge and understanding of the forms. Nier Automata takes a complete different angle to look at life and its meaning. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world where humans have been forced to flee to the moon after an alien invasion. In this world, androids are created to fight the invading machines and reclaim the planet for humanity. The story follows the androids 2B and 9S, who are members of the Yorha squad. Their mission is to eliminate the machine threat and restore the planet to its former state. As they progress through the game, they discover that the machines are not simply mindless aggressors, but have developed their own consciousness and emotions. Throughout the game, you control both 2B and 9S, and their experiences and perspectives on the events in the game shape the narrative. The game explores different philosophical themes that will present you with existential questions and moral dilemmas. One of the central themes of the game is the nature of consciousness. The machines have developed their own consciousness and emotions, leading to questions about what it means to be alive and sentient. The game challenges the traditional view that only biological organisms can possess consciousness, and instead suggests that consciousness can arise in artificial beings as well. This raises ethical questions about the treatment of machines and whether they should be afforded the same rights and considerations as biological organisms. Another theme of the game is identity. It explores the idea of whether one's identity is determined by their physical form or their experiences and memories. The androids in the game are designed to resemble humans, but they're not humans themselves. They struggle with questions about their own identity, their purpose, and whether their experience and emotions are genuine or merely programmed responses. Finally, the game touches on the meaning of life. You are presented with multiple endings, each offering a different perspective on the events of the story and the ultimate fate of the characters. The game suggests that the meaning of life is not predetermined but rather shaped by the choices and experiences of the individual. It also raises questions about the nature of sacrifice, morality, and the value of life in a post apocalyptic world. In Nier Automata, the machine threat is the primary antagonist of the game. The machines are autonomous, non biological entities that are molded after various machines from human society, including construction equipment, weapons, and transportation vehicles. Throughout the game, you control androids who are tasked with fighting the machines and reclaiming the planet for humanity. The androids are highly advanced with sophisticated combat capabilities and the ability to perfectly mimic human behavior. They're designed to be disposable, with the expectation that they will be destroyed in battle against the machines. As the game progresses, you discover that the machines are not simply mindless aggressors, but have developed their own consciousness and emotions. They begin to question the motives of the machine network and the nature of their own existence, just like us. And this raises some questions like why should the new generations keep fighting over things that the older generations started? Why do some people instill hatred in their kids towards other people from different race or different religion? And the ultimate question for me, if the memories of war, conflicts, and hate for a human race were to be removed completely from our memory, will we keep fighting each other? The gameplay features fast-paced combat, exploration, and deep storyline. The game is set in an open-world environment and features several different playable characters, each with their own unique abilities and playstyle. The game's combat system is designed to be fluid and fast-paced with a mix of melee and ranged attacks. You can customize your character's weapon and abilities and can also use special abilities called pod programs to assist in combat. The game also features a bullet hell style of play where players must dodge a barrage of enemy projectiles while navigating the battlefield. One of the best thing about this game is that you feel you're playing multiple games in one game. One time you're playing over the shoulder, third person. Other time you're playing a 2D, and other time you play like an arcade. Diversity of gameplay in this game is really good. In addition to combat, the game features exploration, puzzle solving. Player can explore the world, interact with various non-playable characters, and complete side quests to earn rewards and experience points. The game also features several different endings, each over a different perspective on the story and the fate of the characters. The game's storyline is complex and thought-provoking, exploring themes such as the nature of consciousness, identity, and the meaning of life. The story is told through a combination of cutscenes, dialogue, and in-game events, and is designed to be experienced multiple times to fully grasp the depth and the complexity of the narrative. There are a total of 26 different endings in Nier Automata, which may sound overwhelming, but many of them are variations or jokes endings that can be obtained by performing certain actions or making certain choices during the game. The first 5 endings, labeled A through E, are considered the main endings of the game and provide the primary storyline. The ending A is obtained by completing the game once, while B and C can be obtained by playing through the game again with different characters and making different choices. Ending D is obtained by fulfilling certain requirements during ending C, and ending A is obtained by completing sequence of events that followed ending D. Beyond the main 5 endings, there are several other endings that offer different perspectives on the game's storyline or provide humorous or surreal outcomes. These endings can be obtained by performing certain actions or making certain choices through the game, such as intentionally failing a mission or eating a certain item. After completing the game, you get to the credits, and it's a game of itself, where you, the player, have to blast your way through big waves of enemies which are impossible to defeat. You will then see messages of other players who had finished the game, encouraging you to keep fighting and keep going and to never give up. Then the game presents you with an option: call for reinforcements. If you agree, other players will come to your aid, creating a formation around you, helping you blast the makers of the game, every single one of them. In this moment, you're killing the creators of the game. In other words, you're killing God. After you finish, you'll be asked if you'd like to help other players. But in order to do that, you'll have to sacrifice your saves and start all over again. These other players could be people that actually hate you hate. So tell me, would you still help them?